You know, every great story starts with just this tiny spark. But how do you actually fan that spark into a flame, into a fully realized digital creation? Well, today, we're mapping out that entire creator's journey, from a simple wish all the way to a polished final product.
Think about it. Every creation really just starts with a feeling, a longing. It's kind of like the little cloud in a story who looks up at a beautiful rainbow and just whispers, "I wish I could be one." That simple, pure desire, that's the engine behind every single story we feel driven to tell.
And that's the real question, isn't it? How do you take that intangible wish, that feeling, and shape it into something an audience can actually see and hear and feel? So let's break it down. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to make that happen.
Okay, so before we dive into the nuts and bolts, the how-to, we absolutely have to start with the why. Because really, understanding the power of a story is what fuels the entire creative process. Your creations matter so much more than you might think. See, stories are so much more than just, entertainment. They're actually foundational. Especially for younger audiences, the content they watch and listen to helps build their entire worldview, their core values. This is why every single creative choice we make carries some real weight. All right, time to get practical. The foundation of any great digital story isn't some fancy camera. It's the script. And for today's super fast-paced world, we're going to focus on a really powerful blueprint, the 60-second story.
So, you want to make a high-impact, 1-minute video? How many words do you think you need? The answer is just 150. That's it. Now, that number presents a really powerful challenge. Every single word has to earn its place. Brevity is everything.
And listen, those 150 words can't just be some dry, boring list of facts. No way. The most effective scripts have a warm narrative style. I mean, think about the classic fairy tales. They pull on our emotions. They build a world we can step into. A cold list of information, it just stays on the surface. But a story creates a real connection.
Okay, check this out. Here is a killer template to guide you. In the first 10 seconds, you hook the audience with a problem they can relate to. Then, boom, you introduce your idea as the hero, the solution. You quickly show them how it works, and you end with a super clear, simple call to action. It's a whole narrative arc in just under a minute. It's perfect.
Okay, you've got this awesome script. Now what? It's time to bring that world to life with animation. And right now, we're at this fascinating crossroads between these timeless, fundamental principles and the just mind-blowing speed of modern AI.
First, let's start with a classic, a total animation fundamental, the walk cycle. It's built around these 4 key frames. You've got the forward contact point, the passing poses. These stages are the absolute foundation of believable movement. For decades, animators drew every single one of these by hand just to create motion.
Now, that methodical process, it's a beautiful art form, for sure. But what if you could get incredible results without spending years learning all this complex software? Now, let's put that whole traditional timeline on hyperdrive.
So, the modern AI workflow? It also starts with a plan, but it's a whole lot faster. You can use a tool like ChatGPT to generate your scenes and even the specific image prompts for each one. This gives you a crystal clear roadmap before you even think about hitting generate.
Step 2, create your character. And let me tell you, this used to be a massive hurdle. But now, with platforms like OpenArt, you can generate a consistent 3D character from just a simple text description. The AI literally learns what your character looks like from all sides, making sure they look the same in every single shot. It's a game changer.
All right, now you take those prompts you planned back in step 1 and you just generate your scenes. Because you have that consistent character model, you can place them into any environment you can possibly imagine. And the style, the proportions, the design, it all stays perfectly consistent. And now, for the final, honest-to-goodness magic trick, you bring those static images to life. With modern AI video tools, you just upload your image, you describe the motion you want in a simple prompt, and the AI animates the scene for you. I mean, a process that once took weeks now literally takes minutes.
So your story is scripted, it's animated, it looks amazing. But hold on, we're not done yet. The final polish, the thing that takes a good video and makes it a great one, is the soundscape. Audio is the emotional core of your story.
But let's be real. This is where a ton of creators get stuck, right? You need that perfect audio, but you're terrified of getting a copyright strike that could get your video taken down. So, where do you even begin? The magic word you need to know is royalty-free. Now, this doesn't automatically mean the audio is free of charge. What it means is you pay once, either a one-time fee for a track or a subscription to a service, and you get the license to use it.
This protects your work and gives you total creative freedom.
So, where do you find this stuff? Here are some of my absolute go-to spots. The YouTube audio library is an amazing free place to start. If you want more variety, subscription services like Epidemic Sound and Artlist have massive, super high-quality libraries. And marketplaces like Pond5 and Audio Jungle are perfect if you just want to buy individual tracks as you need them.
Okay, we've gone through the script, the animation, the sound, the whole shebang. But let's bring it all back to where we started, the power and the purpose behind your story. Because with all these powerful new tools comes a pretty big responsibility.
And this is something we really need to sit with for a second. The content we create doesn't just exist in a vacuum. For a child, these stories can help form their entire understanding of the world. The rules, the norms, the standards of behavior. What we choose to create, it truly matters.
Look, we are living in a moment where the tools to create absolutely stunning, professional-level digital stories are literally at our fingertips. They're more accessible than they have ever been before. You have the blueprint, you have the technology, so the only question left is, what story will you choose to tell?